All right, hello ladies and gentlemen. My name is Taylor Reese. Likely if you're seeing this video, you already know me. Um, I'm really pumped about a software that I've been building this past month or so. It's been January term at SBCPA. I've gotten to go on a vacation and whatnot, but between all that, I went ahead and made a program that grades multiple choice tests automatically for you and gives you some decent feedback and results based on that information. At SBCPA this year, I've been working on data-driven instruction. That means giving an assessment and getting results of the assessment very quickly and then deciding in the next couple of days what to do with those results and how to change our teaching based on those results. So I went ahead and made a website and made a program that will go ahead and grade exams automatically. The website that you're going to be using to do this, that I'm going to be using to do this, is going to be taylor.reesemath.com. This is the website. Reesemath, I own that domain, so taylor.reesemath.com is the website for this Bubblesheet program that I went ahead and wrote. The first introductory page doesn't have a lot on it besides this YouTube video. Two important features, the two main things that you're going to be doing are up top here, generate exam and grade exam. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and generate an exam. By that I mean I hate making bubble sheets by hand. That's always a tedious thing to do. So for my exam, this is a sample exam. Let's say this is my Chapter 20 exam in geometry. My teacher name, I am Mr. Reese, and I teach geometry. Here we go. On my geometry exam, I'm going to go ahead and start out the exam with, let's say, 5 true-false questions for the kids, and then thereafter, let's say about 35 multiple-choice questions going A to D. Oops, I meant 34. I'd better remove one. After that, there are a few questions with multiple answers, 6 answers. There'll be some matching. Let's say I toss on 10 questions that are some matching, 6 option answers. 49-point exam. Let's go and throw on an extra credit question. There we go, 50-point exam. After I'm done designing it, I'll hit generate test. That'll take about 5 or 6 seconds. After about 5 or 6 seconds, you'll get a nice printable PDF that says Chapter 20 exam, 50 points possible. Directions, fill in bubbles completely, no stray marks, room for student name, hour, date, etc. I think those are all the things we'll need. We'll talk about it. I can change this if we need to. Anyways, builds a nice, lovely multiple choice exam that you can go and give to your kids. This instruction right here, fill in bubbles carefully, is really critical. My exam reader software locates dark areas on a piece of paper. So in other words, if your student has done number 6 and they have not filled in a bubble at all, my exam software is probably not going to catch it. Luckily, it does find the darkest spot in any question. So if your student shades in letter A, but then erases it and decides to shade in letter B, even though A might still have a gray tint to it, if they shade in B fully, the software is going to identify that B is the darkest region and will identify that the student chose B. Whatever the darkest region is, they're going to go and choose that. You can go and print that off. After you've printed this off and administered your exam, the next thing you're going to want to do is scan the exam in. We luckily at SBCPA have scanners. If you're not familiar with that, talk to me, but the copy machine can scan PDFs to you. So in my exam here, I went ahead and produced my own answer key. So I wrote the word answer key up top, filled in the proper answers for the entire exam. And then, because it's J-term, I didn't have any students, I went ahead and made up some fake students and filled in a few bubbles for them as well. Teddy K is my first fake student. It looks like Teddy got the first 2 wrong right off the bat. He chose C and D, whereas I chose A and B for my answer key. But many of the other answers are correct for Teddy. Scrolling on down, average kid is next. This is just a multiple page PDF. Average kid did all right, missed the first one, got the second one though, luckily, unlike Teddy. And then the 4.0 kid, the kid who's always gunning for the A in the class, Seem to get all of them right. Did they miss any of them? Looks like they missed one maybe. But anyways, those are the exams that I have, 3 exams. What you're going to do with those things after you've emailed them to yourself and saved them somewhere on your computer, note where you saved them. On exam grader up top, answer key, you're going to choose your answer key file. I went and saved them in my documents, test exam. You're probably going to save them somewhere else, maybe your desktop, who knows. But I'm going to go ahead and choose my answer key PDF for that. Student exams, I'm going to go ahead and choose my students PDF that contains, that's this PDF that contains all of my student exams. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and hit upload. Now, the way this program works is you're going to upload those files, and then all the processing is going to be done in the background. Every 1 minute, the server looks for new jobs to check and new programs to process. So far, it hasn't picked up that there are new processes, but it is only checking every minute or so. So it's not going to do it instantaneously. It'll probably take about 2 to 3 minutes to be processed. Oh, here it goes. It started the processing. On the right, I'm just monitoring what's happening on the server here. Looks like it's about 18% done already. It's already split a few of those PDFs. It's currently changing those PDFs into image files so they can start processing it. Here, look, it's converting it. 33% done. It's already converted a few of the PDF files. After it gets to 50%, it actually goes pretty quickly, which makes it a very goofy 50%. But anyways, this whole thing with 3 students will take about, like I said, 2 minutes max. If you have 50 students in a class, that's obviously going to take longer. Do note the text here. I'm going to copy it real quick. I'll go back to that in a moment here. But yeah, the software went ahead and processed all of these kids. Answer key is up top. The correct answers are up top. And if I go and open up my answer key and compare it, my answer key had the answers A, B, B, A, and a bunch of B's. The answer key really, A, B, B, A, and a bunch of B's. Looks like it read it correctly. Last few answers were B, A, and E. This also said it was B, A, and E. As we noted before, Teddy got the first couple of them wrong. We already noted that. That'll show up in red here, whereas the correct answer show up in green. It looks like Teddy scored a 17 out of 22 on this exam, a 77%, whereas average kid scored a 16 out of 22, making them not so average. The 4.0 kid did extremely well, only missed 1 question, giving them a solid 95.5% on this exam. In the future, I do intend to add more features to this results page, including things like, you know, what problems did they get wrong the most often, and things like that. If you notice here, right off the bat, I noticed that number 1 was a problem that a couple students got wrong. Number 14, also a couple students got wrong. Other ones were just kind of nitpicky. Maybe they were having a bad day. But number 1 and 14 may be great things to look at, or maybe we could have 4.0 kid explain it to their classmates. That's about all I have for you. I'm going to go back here real briefly. I do want you to notice on this page, you're going to see a processing code here. If you copy that code, you can go ahead and go somewhere else, some other page. The exam is still going to be processed, so that's totally fine. If you go back to the grading page later, you can paste that processing code in right here and hit fetch results, and we're going to see the same results we saw before. Those results will be saved on the server for about 2 days, and then it'll automatically be deleted. Anyways, hopefully you find the software useful. I'm certainly going to be editing a bunch of my exams to be more multiple choice oriented. I intend to do that. Hopefully you intend to as well. If you have questions, please contact me. My contact information, you know, honestly, just look me up at SPCPA. You're probably from there. Anyways, reest@spcpa.org is my email address. Go ahead and email me there. I'll be glad to answer any questions. If you run into any issues, something looks funky, let me know that as well. If you have that processing idea, that'd be really helpful because I can just look that up on the server. Anyways, have a great day. Stay positive.